Hi, what's going on? All right, so I don't know how this is gonna go, man, but the previous video kind of shook me to the core, and I went deep halfway through. So here, all right, this video is we don't in this world, we don't live in this world. We explore life through it. Exploring life is the journey on this planet. Everything else is either a side quest or a major adventure requiring accomplishing levels and skills. I love it. All right. All right. So we don't live in this world, we explore life through it. I think that's my core philosophy on the fact that I do not live, I am life. And effectively, what I'm doing is exploring different forms of life. That's the philosophy that I have towards the world. Because really, if we believe in evolution, we all started somewhere, right? So we're all kind of related. You can go all the way back. We even started somewhere, and. So our explanation is just literally like life breathing itself into different parts. I did a couple of videos about these things as well, but it's our consciousness basically is the mind that we call life. So anytime we do something, kind of we breathe life into it. And I think that's the core of how we want to approach every single behavior that we have. Now, in the previous video, I was discussing living the dream, and how it requires you to be a dreamer, and requires you to be a dream chaser slash dream pursuer. But it also requires you to have some form of accomplishment or achievement towards your dream. And because a lot of people tend to find their dreams, but then what? And a lot of people tend to only pursue their dreams, and a lot of people tend to only dream. And there's a combination of both every once in a while, but there's the true balance lies in these three kind of happening together simultaneously at once. Because if every day you're waking up to the dream you're dreaming about, then basically you're pursuing that dream and you're living the dream at the same time. Because literally, everything you're doing is basically contributing to that dream, and isn't that the dream in itself? And so here, the next note that came out of it is when it comes to life and what we don't live in this world. We're not really living in this world. Electricity went out. We're not really living in this world, are we? What we're doing is exploring this world through life. We're exploring this world through the breath that we take, through the activities that we take, through the businesses that we do, through the interaction relationship, through the expression that we have. I dive deeper because, it really is like anything that we want to do that we could actually go for. And anything we hold on to is what we take with us. Whether we hold on to anger, whether we hold on to happiness, whether we hold on to people, whether we hold on to things, whether we hold on to concepts, or whether we hold on to theories and ideas. It seems like there's always something new for us to explore. And there's always new being created by us. And weirdly so, almost everyone I ask is like, what is it you want to do? Almost everyone instantly has that glare in their eye, and they remember something pops up. And it feels like we either allow that to be a part of our life or living, or we put it to the side and we just basically do the smaller things. It is literally the most delicious apple is the highest one on the tree, but nobody wants to climb, right? So they gonna are okay with the smaller apples that are off the same tree, right? Because ultimately your characteristics are built by the things that you're interested in. And your goals are going to be kind of like close to your values. And your vision is going to be based on your principles and values. And everything you want out of this adventure, this journey, is going to be based on these things. And don't get me wrong, everything can change. You can change anything you want. You can literally change from being a good guy to an asshole or an asshole to a good guy. It's just, I really believe everything can be changed. In a weird way, I am a big believer that everything is the mind, which literally means everything is a state of mind. Everything around us is just kind of like a certain state that we're in. And we get to choose. And if it's not a state we're used to, we get to build it from scratch, right? Like, if you're looking at life as an adventure, and I read it today, it's like there's a general, a Japanese general. He said, if you look at a war, a battle, or anything else in life, and say this is interesting, then the strategies would come on their own. It was like 500 years ago, man. Some random general kind of like discovered that if he's frustrated on the battlefield, he's not going to think correctly. And if he's naturally, it's a Japanese general, right? He's fucking love that shit. The nature of how they thought and how their responsibilities were aligned and how they kept with their duties, because for them it's always duties. And I really think our mind is dutiful. And if you separate the tasks into systems and patterns, then most of the time what you're doing is building the right patterns for you not to have to think about them anymore. And if you spend every single day basically doing that, and you learn from the adventure that you're going, right? Because if this is what I want to do, I want to be climbing trees, and at the very least, I need a strong grip. So every single time you grab a tree, you're going to be thinking about your grip. No, but the first couple of times, you're going to be like, oh, it's slipping. Grab harder, grab this way, grab that way. And then you kind of build the pattern of instantly grabbing and instantly doing and instantly moving and instantly thinking and responding and all that good stuff. Now, it's funny because like it's the true adventure, right? And even though I went dark on the previous video, because I started questioning everything I'm doing in the day, and ultimately, the thing I worry about the most is like, am I actually? And I ask myself that question, but not as much as I would want to. But am I really just? Am I just doing? Am I putting pressure on myself just so that I could actually feel like I'm doing something? Because every once in a while, especially when momentum is slow or there's no action or activity around you, and maybe I'm feeling this way is because I haven't been going out as much. I've been just working and like work home and then work and home and work. I haven't had that, like the energy of people around me, or at the very least, the negativity behind. Because everything you're doing is negative and positive, right? And then every once in a while, you're going to pile up some negative shit and you have to let them go. You kind of have to, I think that's the strength of having a partner in your company or a partner in life, where you're able to kind of like have a source for you to let things out. It's funny. I am definitely living the dream. Anyway, I look at it. It was like we're all of us are already like exactly what we want, but we're missing certain details, right? Like I already have a company. It's just not working, and we don't really have customers. I tested it out twice and it failed, and this is the fourth time, three times and it failed. I tested it twice. The first time I built it was a failure. The second time I tested it, it didn't work. The third time I tested it, it didn't work. This is the fourth time now. And it's looking a lot smoother, and I'm building it, and it really is in my head. I was like, oh, I thought this would be harder. I thought this would be harder. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But like, it's just literally, it really does compound on top of itself, and you learn more every single time you do it. It's just beautiful and amazing. And I feel like I am living the dream, but like, and it's not hard. I really don't have a problem with it. It's just you kind of have to survive as well, and you have to find a way where you're balancing or like doing things. I don't know. It's no problem. I've been applying for work for the past 3 days. It's been a lot more effort for me to apply for work than to wake up in the morning. And that's funny because like I was like reading an article yesterday about how if you focus on different things, then basically you gain different kinds of experiences because your mind like sees what you're looking at and actually like does the thing it's used to in the background. I'm gonna actually try that with my guitar for the next couple of weeks and to see if I actually switch from one hand to another and like start focusing on different things. If I start getting better at actually evolving. Fuck me, dude. We really don't live in this world, right? We're just exploring life through it. I can't believe I wrote that. I can't believe I wrote that. This is making me feel kind of cute. All right, guys. Lots of emotions. Yalla, babies. Bye. It's a video.